Europe is running out of time. Not in 10 years. Not in 5. The warnings coming from the people who actually study this for a living are clear. Europe is facing a world that is shifting faster than anyone expected, and the window for preparing is closing quickly. But preparing does not only mean buying weapons, it means rebuilding something far more fragile: a sense of purpose. Right now, Europe has the capabilities to defend itself. What it lacks is the belief that defense might be necessary. 3 generations grew up in peace, and that peace was a triumph. But it also shaped a mentality where danger feels distant and sacrifice feels unreasonable. The idea of asking society to endure hardship is almost unthinkable. So when France's top general warned that Europe may face losses if war ever comes, the outrage revealed something deeper. People were not rejecting his message. They were rejecting the world he was describing. Europe's young did not become apathetic on their own. They inherited an economy that works beautifully for some and terribly for others. They inherited high housing prices, unstable jobs, shrinking welfare protections, and leaders who speak about values while delivering very little change. So when the establishment suddenly reminds them of duty, they ask the simplest question: what duty was shown to us?
And this is where Europe stands today. It has powerful armies on paper, but weakened trust in practice. The real crisis is not military. It is psychological, and the timeline is not generous. Which means Europe cannot tell its young to fight. Europe must give them something worth fighting for. So what are the solutions? What can actually work? The first solution is honesty. Europe needs to speak plainly about the world that is emerging, not through fear, but through clarity. The threat is real. The timeline is short. The cost of hesitation is high. You cannot build resilience on comfortable illusions. The second solution is fairness. A society that demands service must also deliver opportunity. If young people feel locked out of housing, careers, and influence, they will not feel loyalty. Europe has to rebuild the social contract so that the next generation believes they have a future on this continent. Without that, no strategy will work. The third solution is meaning. Europe has been shy about speaking of identity because it fears nationalism. But a European identity is not nationalism. It is the belief that liberal democracy, social freedom, and human dignity are worth defending. Europe needs a positive story about itself. Not nostalgia, not militarism, a modern civic patriotism that says, we stand together because what we built is valuable.
The fourth solution is participation. Defense does not only mean the army. It means civil defense, cyber readiness, community resilience, emergency response, and social cohesion. Every young person can contribute without being sent to the trenches. Europe can build a culture of service that strengthens society while restoring a sense of belonging. The final solution is leadership that treats citizens like adults. If politicians want trust, they must speak the truth. If generals want credibility, they must respect the fears people have. The days of pretending that Europe is permanently safe are over. The question now is whether Europe can move from denial to determination. And here is the truth that nobody likes to say. Europe's young are not the problem. They are the key. If they feel hope, if they feel represented, if they feel that Europe is a project worth inheriting, they will defend it instinctively. If they feel abandoned, they will walk away. The crisis of courage is not about bravery. It is about meaning. The continent that gave the world human rights, democracy, culture, and peace needs to rediscover the belief that these things matter, that they are not accidents of history, that they must be protected. Because the world is changing fast, Europe has a choice. It can wait for the shock that forces everything to change in panic. Or it can accept the truth now and build the unity that the next decade will demand. Europe is not doomed. Europe is asleep, and the alarm clock is already ringing. Like the video, subscribe to the channel and visit westernrelations.com for more analysis on Europe, America, and the world. Thank you for watching.